Alright, let's do this one last time. My name is Peter. Okay, no, let me stop. You guys get that? If you guys actually watch Spider-Verse, you would get that. But if you didn't, then I guess you don't get it and you smell bad. Actually, no, you don't smell bad. But you should go see the movie and probably take a shower because you smell bad. But, okay, so Kreese obviously is going to jail, but what will happen there? A lot of people believe that he will more than likely see Dutch, which could be a cool little Easter egg moment, I guess. But I don't think he should be any more than a guy in prison. So how Season 5 will start off with Kreese, we'll probably just have him, like Robbie, initially not going on to try and fight people, but if someone does try him, he's not going to hold himself back from defending himself. And he'll probably beat up a couple of Dutch's goons, and Dutch might go on to reveal himself a little later as one of the top dudes in the jail. Dutch sees Kreese and instinctively, kind of like how Gianni first saw Kreese, would engage in a fight with him, but it's clear that Dutch is below his sensei. After this, he tries to use a knife in order to stab Kreese, showing how he still uses Cobra Kai's tactics in the prison. However, Kreese would then use a defensive technique that is not really like anything Dutch has seen before. That is right, Kreese would go on to use that same move Robbie taught Cobra Kai, which shows how Kreese actually was learning from Robbie and enhances the theme of redemption, which is shown with Gianni and in Season 4 with Robbie and now Kreese. After this fight, Dutch is probably taken into a cell a little more guarded than the others, but luckily Kreese does get a visit from none other than Daniel himself. Now, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but I'll just mention it now. I think Terry would also visit him probably like in episode 1 just for shits and giggles. But I think it is very important to note that Daniel will more than likely visit Kreese. Firstly, he made this bet with Kreese and now all of a sudden he's put in jail. He'd probably initially go to Cobra Kai and learn about Kreese's arrests, and since Gianni is busy with stopping Miguel and Robbie is also helping Gianni trying to stop Miguel, Daniel is the only other option here, and I can see Daniel actually agreeing with Kreese here as they both have been victims of Terry's rattery. Despite Daniel hating Kreese's guts, he will admit that Terry is definitely the bigger threat. Kreese would say he's going to need to bail him out, but Daniel isn't doing that, rather he's going to make Terry admit he's wrong and get the victim to confess the truth. Kreese would say how he knows damn well that's not going to happen, and Daniel says that he will at least try. Which in my opinion perfectly sets up with what my previous theories were saying, which is Chosen and Daniel engaging in a fight with Terry, which is 100% happening. And I also think we could get a scene with them elaborating on how they care about Robbie, similarly to how Gianni and Daniel do, which is just even more icing on the fact that Kreese is redeemed. Now, I do think Terry will win this conflict with the help of Mike Barnes, which I believe is guaranteed to pop up this season. And this makes sense since we can't have the good guys beat up all the villains due to the writers wanting 6 seasons of this show, and if we want another season, I believe Daniel has to make the hard choice, and that is to bail Kreese out. So the season probably ends with Kreese being released and LaRusso, Gianni, and Chosen all beaten up, looking frustrated, will have no other choice. And in my perfect vision of Cobra Kai Season 5, let's say I was writing it, I think the last scene would just Kreese be smiling in the end, and he would say,
"That the real story's only just begun."
Tell me that wouldn't slap. Go ahead and tell me. No, you can't. You are physically incapable. But with that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, the next prediction video I'm probably going to be making is on Mike Barnes. And with that out of the way, I'll see you guys until then.